Hey guys, it's Rush, hope you're doing well, welcome back to the channel. This video today I'm covering some of the basics with Ken in Street Fighter 6. So we're looking at things like combos, punishes, and the drive system and how Ken can utilize the drive system. This is all super basic stuff, so I'm not going to go into super detail. I'm still learning the game as well, but I wanted to cover some like the real simple things with Ken in Street Fighter 6. So off the bat, with Ken's bread and butter sort of combo situations, one thing to pay attention to is his stand jab and crouch jab are 4-frame startup, same as Street Fighter 5. Stand light kick is actually 5-frame startup, and crouch light kick as well actually. The stand light kick and crouch light kick are 5-frame startup. So stand jab is only 4+4 on hit, so that no longer naturally combos, but crouch jab is +5 on hit. So this is a bread and butter string to use: crouch jab, stand light kick into DP, for example. Frame traps are very different in this game, so you can use lights to chain attacks to create frame traps, but outside of that you can't really do like jab into medium. You can't do medium heavy unless you're using drive rush. Okay, so frame traps in Street Fighter 6 are very different to Street Fighter 5. You do have to rely on drive meter, so drive rush, to create frame trap, frame advantage scenarios. So I'm going to show you now Ken's crouch medium punch. Ken's crouch medium punch is actually 0 on block. Now if I do crouch medium punch into a 4-frame, you'll see that it will trade with Luke's crouch jab 4-frame. Priority, side note, priority does not exist in this game, so if a heavy or a medium collide with a light, you still trade in that scenario. It's worth noting that. So to create frame traps, you do have to cancel your buttons into drive rush. And what you do is, I'm going to do a crouch medium punch, drive rush, crouch medium punch. You can see there I've got a counter hit. So that creates frame traps. Also, it's worth noting that if I do a raw drive rush into crouch medium punch, I actually have frame advantage there, so I can actually frame trap off that scenario. So it's kind of two ways to create frame advantage. So I'll do that again. See that? So not only does the normal into drive rush create frame advantage, but the follow-up normal after drive rush has advantage as well. So you can do I'm trying to think. That whole sequence, there's 2 frame traps there, because the crouch medium punch into drive rush was a frame trap, and that second crouch medium punch I did, that one, you can see there the third crouch medium punch still frame trap the 4-frame. So that's generally how you create frame advantage in Street Fighter 6. So Street Fighter 6 and Street Fighter 5 in terms of punishes differ because of the punish counter. What the punish counter does is it grants you 20% more damage on your punishes. You get 4 additional frames of advantage on hit for whatever move you use, and for certain buttons you get a crush counter style knockdown instead of just the normal knockdown or knockback, which is interesting. So crush counters do exist in this game in a weird way. How you get a punish counter is if you punish a move on block that's unsafe, or if you whiff punish a move. That includes throws as well. If you whiff a throw, you're in a punish counter state. The one thing that's also worth mentioning is if you do a throw when someone's in a whiff punishable state or a punishable state, your throw damage will increase due to the punish counter state as well, which is very interesting. So let's run through these different scenarios now to show you how you can utilize them. So I've got Luke doing sweep, which is -9 on block. You can see now if I press a button after the sweep to punish it, so stand medium punch I believe is 5-frame startup, yeah it is 5-frame, I'm granted a punish counter. Now traditionally that would be the type of punish you'd go for in that scenario, letting you 2-3-1-0 damage. A very basic punish, nothing special, but you can use frame advantage to create new combos, as you can see there. Now I'm not saying it's optimal, but what I'm saying is because of the additional frame advantage of the punish counter, you can do different types of combos. So let me show you a more optimal combo against, for example, a sweep. So you can see there, what I did was I did crouch heavy punch to punish the sweep, which is it's an 8-frame startup move, and then I cancel into run cancel. Now Ken's run cancel, that's a topic in itself, but generally if you do crouch heavy punch into the run, it's +3 advantage, but because of the punish counter state, it's actually +7. So what this allowed me to do was it allowed me to do crouch heavy punch into run into chin buster, and essentially that gave me a bigger punish against the sweep. So this is where you have to use the punish counter state to net more damage. Which combo routes are more optimal in the punish counter scenario because of the frame advantage? So a fair bit more damage using that combo route rather than just doing the chin buster into the run heavy punch DP. So we spoke about whiff punishing, we spoke about these crush counter style punishes that are possible. Now you could do this against blocking DPs if you wanted to, probably not optimal, but as a raw whiff punish, say if you commit to a button that has this crush counter style knockdown, you do get different juggles, different punishes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up Luke's sweep to whiff, and I'm going to whiff punish it with stand heavy kick. Stand heavy kick is the only button I know of Ken's that does this crush counter style knockdown. So let me show you this now. So you can see there, Luke's sweep is whiffing. Look what happens. So if this hits at the punish counter, it causes a crush counter style knockdown, and you do get unique follow-ups with this scenario like that, unique punishes. So you still get 20% more damage. I think there is additional damage scaling to this here. I can see 70% on that second hit, so it does create more damage scaling. But worth knowing, these punish counters are an option, and there are unique combos off the back of them, so learn these for your character. So lastly, we spoke about the throw punish counter. If I do a normal throw now, it's that 1200 damage, and the animations just look normal, right? Watch this now. Damage goes up to 2400, and you notice the animation was different as well then to signify the throw punish counter. So it happens with back throw as well. That's your traditional back throw. There you go, same scenario. So it's worth knowing that as well. Throws can gain that punish counter advantage as well, so make note of that. So guys, that was like the bread and butter Ken stuff I wanted to share with you in Street Fighter 6. I'll close out the video with just some combo routes, some combo potential, some optimization, some punishes that you may want to use with Street Fighter 6 Ken when you're playing the game. So enjoy the combo routes and stuff, and thanks for watching.
Come here!